What's going on, y'all? What it is. So let's go ahead and slide on this topic, and you already know what the topic is because we've been talking about the same topic for about 3 to 4 weeks. I know that some of you guys are getting tired of talking about the same old thing, but when you have a connection bringing you all this exclusive and electrifying news behind the scenes, I feel like I would be doing y'all a disservice if I didn't share it with you all. Now, if I'm going to keep it all the way 100, I wasn't even going to do a video today. I wasn't even interested until I got this DM, because God knows my wrist and my fingers could use a break, because I do all the editing and everything that you see within my video. It's all me. I do it myself. So I was just planning to take the day off and get back in tune with y'all tomorrow, but it's all good. Here I is. The show must go on. So I got a DM from an individual that is claiming to have attended Howard University during the same time span that Diddy was there, and they actually took a class together, and he's claiming that Diddy and another guy violated him one night. Now, before I decided to bring this to my platform, we had a conversation through Zoom. There's a lot of things that we talked about, and I'm not going to bring them up here. I'm going to honor his wishes and just keep that behind the scenes. But he did provide his credentials, and he is a graduate of Howard University, class of 1992. Now, before we get into that, I'm pretty sure you guys are privy to the new accusation that came out against Diddy on yesterday, and I guess it struck a nerve because it forced him to respond.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Ahmadai Shakur. There's breaking news on Diddy. Another lawsuit has come out, and they're saying that this time he's accused of the gang rape of a 17-year-old. Let's get into it. Sean Combs and his longtime lieutenant Harve Pierre and a third unidentified man allegedly gang raped a 17-year-old girl inside Combs' recording studio in Manhattan in 2003. After the student was trafficked across state lines and applied with copious amounts of illegal substances and alcohol. Now, this lawsuit was filed today. But here's the thing. Please pay attention, because isn't this the same thing that it said in Cassie's lawsuit about copious amounts of illegal substances? Now, the new Jane Doe plaintiff, the fourth woman to accuse Combs of assault in 3 weeks, alleges that the men took turns her in a bathroom at Diddy's house recording studio when she was in high school. Now, of course, Diddy is denying all of this vehemently and basically says that enough is enough, that for weeks he sat around silently. Now, this is Harve Pierre, and you may remember that he has also been previously charged with assault. And so Diddy says, enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I've sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth. This is what he said to Rolling Stone. Please pay attention. Now, the new lawsuit alleges that Jane Doe was out with a friend at a lounge in the Detroit area 2 decades ago when Pierre singled her out. He complimented her on her appearance and insisted that he was best friends with Combs. Pierre purportedly told the team that Combs would love to meet her and called Combs on his phone so that the music mogul could personally invite her to an impromptu trip to New York aboard a private jet. Now, the 14-page complaint alleges that the private jet eventually transported the teen to Teterboro Airport in New Jersey, where a waiting SUV whisked her, Pierre, and a third unidentified man to the studio where Combs was finishing up work with a recording artist. Please pay attention. The filing obtained by Rolling Stone features multiple color photos allegedly taken inside Daddy's house recording studio that night, including one picture where the is seen sitting on Diddy's lap. And this is after she was fed a copious amount of intoxicants as Combs, Pierre, and a third man hit on her incessantly and her body. They say the teen became so inebriated that things started to become a blur, and that she was taken into the bathroom by Diddy, and he beat her over the sink. When he was done, he sent in the unidentified man, and she says that he sat in a chair outside of the bathroom and watched this go on. And the man ignored her pleas, the unidentified man that is, ignored her pleas for him to stop. But then he stepped aside and allowed Pierre to come in and do what he had to do. And so she says that, you know, after she read Cassie's allegations and lawsuit, that's when she realized that she herself had also been trafficked. Now, attorney Douglas H. Wigder, who also represented Cassie in her filing, filed this on behalf of Jane Doe. And, you know, he says that basically after Cassie's lawsuit came out and other people corroborated and confirmed some of the things that she said, that this became the catalyst. Cassie's lawsuit became the catalyst for other people to come out and speak up about what had been going on. This is getting really messy. More and more things continue to unfold. There's so many things in this filing that I can't even speak on because they absolutely violate community guidelines. But at the end of the day, this is going to be the end of Diddy. I mean, there's too many people coming out. He's saying that he didn't do these things. He's going to deny it. Of course, I expect him to do that. We all should. But there are so many people saying these things, and then there's other people that formerly worked with him backing some of the people up on the things they've alleged. Well, with that all being said, I'm going to continue to follow this story, and I'll keep you updated on what else transpires. But I want you to pay attention because the psychic Sloan Bella said that Diddy and 3 of his sidekicks or 3 of his, close friends, they were all going to go down. So I'm just wondering if these people involved in this instance are some of those. Please pay attention.
One thing about them narcissists, they can't stand when them tables turn, man. They are okay as long as they are the ones out here victimizing everybody, as long as they are the ones that have everybody in fear, as long as they are the ones that have everybody out here lying for them. But as soon as you choose to start telling the truth, oh Lord, they start becoming a victim. Love, for some reason, he ain't calling himself Love anymore. Mr. Sean Diddy Combs, Puffy, is now saying enough is enough, y'all, after he done spent how many decades out here allegedly abusing women. Now he's saying enough is enough, y'all. He can't take the verbal assault, not the physical assault that he allegedly has ran down on women much weaker than him and his groups much poorer than him, but enough is enough for him. Here he says, for the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. He's such a victim. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. They looking to get paid for all that abuse that you done allegedly ran down. Let me be absolutely clear. This is what they always say, these narcissists. They think this is going to change somebody's mind, but it won't. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth. Okay, Puff, we hear you. At the end of the day, Puff, you need to acknowledge some of the things that you have done that were wrong because you have not been 100% innocent in any kind of way. And again, I wish our girl Kim Porter was here to tell her story, but she's not. And we know Misa has a story because she tipped it when she got mad about Justin being let go. And your girl Gina done came out with facts, and so has Cassie as well, and many others. So here we go, y'all. But this was Puffy's response today to all the allegations that I'm sure are more to come down the road. Have a great day.
All right, so you guys just saw and heard that, and these are the photos of her at Diddy's place back in the day. So she basically has receipts and things of that nature, and it's just sad what she went through, right? And so basically, I believe that the lawsuit also said that when Harve Pierre, the former president of Bad Boy, met her in Detroit, that she said that he went into the bathroom and smoked some crack. So ultimately, this was just a sad situation that she had to endure, and I'm sorry that she had to go through this, but I do have questions about her parenting. I don't know her situation. I don't know if her parents were present in her life at that particular time, but I don't understand why she was at the club at the age of 17, and I don't understand why she felt it was okay to fly across the country. Now, I know they maybe gave her something to alter her mind before she made that decision, because listen, I've been in a predicament where I'm hanging out with friends and I get me a little drinky drink and a smoky smoke at the age of 15 or 16, and I know that I have a curfew, and then when I get loaded, I'm thinking to myself, hey, you know what, forget my curfew, it is what it is. I'll be put on punishment tomorrow, but I'm going to enjoy today. Now, another thing that probably influenced her decision is based off the fact that she was talking to Puff. She could have been sold a dream over the phone. She probably felt that this could have been her time. And so, of course, I know if I was at that age and Janet Jackson was on the phone with me talking about fly out to California, I'm probably getting on that plane. And to sum it all up, she probably was just starstruck, and she probably thought that she could have capitalized on that opportunity by meeting Puff and basically, you know, finding some type of financial stability. I don't know if she had dreams or aspirations of becoming an artist. So at the end of the day, even though all of those things could be true, it still doesn't warrant what happened to her. And so basically she was flown to New York, excited, happy to meet Puff, only to be dropped off the next day just like trash. It's just extremely sad. But anyway, what I want to do right here is go ahead and get into this DM that was sent to me. So let's go ahead and dig into it. And it says here, I know this is random, but my name is blank and I was essayed by Diddy and a friend of his on April the 15th, 1989 in DC. It has took a lot of strength for me to get to this stage of self-assurance, but I now know that I have nothing to be ashamed of. I attended Howard University the same time he was there, and I was taken advantage of after an off-campus party. I will be the first to admit that I was a bit inebriated. Diddy noticed that I was intoxicated and offered to give me a ride back to my dorm. I trusted him at the time because we were acquainted with one another because we had an economics class together. So I get in the car with him and we ended up at an apartment. He gets out and says he needed to get something and he would be right back. After a few minutes, he came back to the car and invited me in, saying he needed to sober up before driving back to campus. I said, okay, cool. I get out and go into the apartment and there was another guy sitting on the couch. The guy introduces himself as Lorenzo and he was drinking E&J and smoking trees. Diddy goes to the bathroom and he's in there for about 30 minutes or more. He comes out and asks me if I want a drink and I said sure. He fixed me a drink and the next thing I know is I was weak, disoriented, and my vision was blurry. I was then told to snip something out of a bottle that would make me feel better, and so I did it and it just seemed to make me even higher. I now know that it was poppers. Then all I remember is both of them taking turns sticking their hot dogs in my mouth, and I'm paraphrasing guys, and me resisting all I could, but I was just weak and flimsy, and Lorenzo had a gun. The next thing I know, they both were taking turns trying to facilitate me, and blood and mud, alright? Paraphrasing here, what looks like mud, number 2, right, was everywhere. The pain of them facilitating me, and I'm paraphrasing again, still gives me anxiety to this day. Alright, so you guys just heard all of that, and I do want to protect the integrity of my platform and say that everything that I just conveyed to you is all alleged. Now, I did ask him, was he going to file a lawsuit against Diddy like everybody else, and he said he absolutely was. He was just getting all of his ducks in a row, making sure that everything is copacetic before he moves forth. But he says that Diddy is going to pay for what he did to him that night, that he's never been the same person ever since that night. Now, something else that he said that would be a game changer when he files a lawsuit against Diddy is the fact that he said that he still has the same clothes that he had on from the night that he was essayed by Diddy and his friend Lorenzo. So we're talking forensics. I don't know, you know, what type of evidence from 1989 is still on those clothes, but hey, it's worth a try, right? But anyway, I'm gonna let this go right here. I want you guys to drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about this particular situation. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.